stop making promises here on the podcast because I keep breaking them. And I'm sorry because I'm a woman of my word. And that was that the dream expert was going to be here and that Ashley was going to be back and we were all going to be a happy family. But that's not the case. It is all happening again soon. But in the meantime, here at Classy Chaos, you still have me, Nina, your host.
Hi, I'm Victoria.
Everybody's little sissy sis that we now call Tutu Pants because her attitude has really been showing.
Well, people have been giving me attitude that makes me want to give it back.
That's not necessarily true. You get it back when you start it, but that's okay. We love you for it. I don't know. I was just thinking about that term bed rotting.
Bed rotting?
You've heard of bed rotting, right?
No.
What do you mean? I've told you what it is before.
You have?
Maybe you've never heard of bed rotting, but it's a new term for laying in your bed all day.
Oh.
You know, Netflix, chill, you just stay at home and you don't get up and you just recharge your body. Mm-hmm. And when I tell you I'm a bed rotting master, there are no lies. Because this last weekend, I bed rotted for 3 days straight.
Did you do anything?
I mean, yeah, I worked out a little bit here and there, and then I just got right back in bed.
What'd you do? Like, what'd you watch?
I watched The Witcher. I watched Virgin River.
Is that good?
It's okay. But I played on my phone. I slept in and out.
Oh my gosh, what's your screen time going to be? Like your percentage. Do you ever get that notification?
Yeah, I was up 13%.
Oh, it's not as much as I thought.
No, it's not that much. But I don't watch it on my phone. I watch it on TV.
Yeah, but I'm thinking TikTok. Like I spend hours on TikTok.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just decided I needed to... What? I'm sorry. I just got distracted because I looked up at our text message screen here in the studio.
Uh-huh.
It's pretty amazing how easy it is to get distracted by the negativity. I don't even care about my bed rotting anymore. You know what we were talking about today on the air? We were talking about the Roman Empire. And if you know anything about the Roman Empire, it's that new trend all over TikTok and everywhere where people are like, hey, babe, so how many times a day do you think about the Roman Empire? And the funny thing is, all these dudes are saying that they actually do. Now, if that's true... This is the most incredible science experiment of all time, just to see where men's minds are, evolutionary speaking. Mm-hmm. And then, or are these people just saying it so they can be part of the trend? What do you think?
I don't think a lot of guys know about the trend. I think, like, I texted my brothers and they didn't know what I was... Well, one of them did, but the other one didn't. And he was like, why are you asking me this? I was like, well, just yes or no. It's a yes or no question. And he said yes.
My dad said yes, too, and he didn't know about it, which was really weird.
So I think they actually do think about it.
So this was what we were talking about, and then we went to women's brains. Mm-hmm. What do most women think about every single day at some point in the day? And a lot of us said being kidnapped.
100%.
And so that's where this mean text message came from. But you know what? I'm going to shake it off.
That is where it
this
came
is what
from.
Happened. This is what happens in real time. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, nobody would talk to you because you're a jackass. Anyway.
Tell them.
I know. But it's a real thought for women. Why do you think that our brains go to being kidnapped?
Well, did you see, were you ever shown the buddy system video like in 3rd grade? Because that scared the shit out of me when I was younger.
I don't know that we had a buddy system video, but we did always have a buddy system in place.
It was about like how if you didn't have a buddy system, the girl got kidnapped in the video. I don't know why they showed it to us in 3rd grade.
Was it real or was it a reenactment?
I don't know. I can't remember. To me, it was real. So I remember having so many nightmares of always being kidnapped. And whenever I lost my parents, like that sounds bad, like in a mall or something, I would lose them. I would immediately just start to get so scared and run around ragged trying to find them.
So that just kind of stuck with you. So now as an adult, you still fear being kidnapped.
Yeah. But also you hear so many stories about women getting kidnapped. I mean, men too, but I feel like it's more women than men getting kidnapped or getting drugged or getting...
Well, I think that the messaging your whole entire life is don't go anywhere by yourself. Don't go outside at night by yourself. Mm-hmm. Don't drive by yourself. Don't leave your friends alone in a club by themselves.
Cover your drink so you don't go wandering by yourself.
Yeah. I mean, so that's probably part of it. But and then when you walk into I don't know if you ever do this, but when I lived by myself and every time I'd walk into my apartment, I'd open up the shower curtain first because I'd always be terrified that there was somebody in there. In the shower curtain, behind the shower curtain, and in my closet.
Yeah. Under your bed?
My bed's not big enough for a person to fit. But
I'd still look. Just saying.
You skinny little person, or you...
Someone's going to grab your ankles.
I mean, sometimes I do fear that when my ankles are hanging off the bed.
Well, have you heard there's people in parking lots that will lay under your car to like slit your ankles?
What?
Because once you do, it's like they cut off something and you immediately go like, I don't want to say limb, but you fall to like your knees. And it's an easy way for them to grab you. And
To steal you or the car?
What? You? Why would they steal your car?
I don't know. Why are they stealing human trafficking?
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Like they'll lay under your car, which is why people tell you to always look a few feet ahead of your car and make sure there's no one under it. And so I always get scared and like I hop in place sometimes when I'm waiting to get in my car because my buzzer doesn't work anymore.
I've never heard that before, and now I feel like I'm gonna hop in place too because you can't get these ankles. That's nuts.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Or then just even looking in the back of your car.
Oh, I do that daily.
In the back of your car?
Yeah, I look all around. Even if it's in the trunk sometimes, I'll look back there just to make sure no one's back there.
Uh-huh.
And even when my car's locked, I immediately get in and I look in the back seat, which if someone's already in the back seat and I'm already in the car, they got me. Might as well just accept it. But
do you carry like mace or anything to keep yourself protected? They have these new, I don't know that they're new, but I saw them on Amazon not that long ago. They're these hair clips that you can put in your hair, and then they also like double as like a knife.
Oh.
And then there's a keychain. There's different little things that are just accessories that you can carry with you that look, unassuming. And then really you can just, I'm ready, bro. Try to come at these ankles.
Me.
Yeah.
I used to carry a lot of that stuff. And then it got taken up by TSA. So
how are we supposed to protect ourselves, TSA?
I looked
when
at the
you
guy.
Take our things.
I told him that too, and he's like, "Look, I'm a father," because it all happened at one time.
Yeah.
He's like, "Look, I'm a father. I understand, but at the same time, you're going into an airport. Like, I can't let you have any of these things."
I mean, that's fair. I get that because if you don't have that, then nobody else does either.
I mean, yeah, but they don't have it after either. I'm like, can y'all just like ship it and I'll just get it back later?
They can.
They can?
Yeah.
Oh, he told me no.
Oh, well, I think you would have to go back out and get the box and all that stuff. Anyway, it doesn't cost that much to get some more mace.
That's true.
When I lived in New York, my dad got me a little pink mace thing for my keychain. I never had to use it, and I actually never felt scared in New York. I never did any of those tricks.
Really?
I never felt like I was being kidnapped because I never felt like I was alone.
I feel like in New York, though, out of every place,
I think now, crazy enough, my friends that still live there in the city are saying that the crime, has gone back up. But when I lived there, I didn't feel like it was scary. I just felt like I was never by myself because there was always somebody around. And where I lived in Hell's Kitchen was on a corner that was almost like a neighborhood, 51st and 10th. Mm-hmm. And so there were like parks and there were families and there were all these little things. So I never really felt freaked out.
What about when you were out?
Subway, yeah, sometimes on the subway at night. One time I was in a car with, unfortunately, it was somebody that was a little bit, off. Mm-hmm. And he was pacing back and forth. And in that moment between...
In the car?
In the train car of the subway, he was pacing back and forth and it was just him and I alone in this subway car. And I was like, is this going to be the day? Because he was saying all kinds of stuff like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to do this. And he wasn't necessarily talking to me. I don't know who he was talking to, but he was spouting out all of these terrifying things. And I was like, oh my gosh, just get to the next stop and then get off the train and switch. Just get to the next stop. So I just sat there. And for some reason, I shut down. When I'm scared or whenever I'm in a moment that's, potentially super intense, my whole body just shuts down and I feel nothing.
So what were you thinking?
I felt nothing. It was just get off. Like I didn't want to feel fear. I didn't feel fear. I didn't feel anything. Because I don't know. I didn't. It's the same thing with like dogs and big animals. Like I think I wouldn't get killed by a bear because they wouldn't sense my fear. Because I just, I shut down.
What a great feeling to have. I won't get killed by a bear. They're not going to sense my fear.
I don't think so anyways. So then I got off and it was fine. And obviously I'm still alive. But I think that interaction was the scariest because it's like when people are on drugs or a little bit unhinged, that's what terrifies me the most. And I guess those are things to think about. And then murder.
Jesus.
Why do we as women think about murder and getting kidnapped?
Because there's a lot of movies and documentaries about men killing women.
Yeah. And that's why, so I just got back on the dating apps.
Oh,
and this is a very interesting, what do you call it? Damn, words are escaping me today.
I don't know, but you were doing like a swiping motion.
Transition. Interesting transition. But I just got on the dating apps. But a lot of the reason why I avoid them in the first place is because even if you can vet people, even online, if you're doing all this stuff, like you don't know who's going to chop you into little pieces or not. Damn. I told you and Ashley, I told you once that I went on a date with somebody that I thought was a serial killer. And so, after that, I was like, oh, geez. So, I mean, I'm sure we're fine and everything's cool. It's just these are things that you think about on a daily.
Yeah. I don't like dating apps. I know we transitioned into like serial killers and like what we think still, but I don't like dating apps. They really bother me.
Yeah, the dating app has been weird. So it's literally last week I decided to put myself back on there after bed rotting. because, well, it was a preview. Anyway, I did a lot of bed rotting last week because I'm tired. I'm burnt out. And when you're burnt out, for me personally, the only way that I can charge myself is to lay in bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned something about creatives that I thought was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that creatives have to have alone time. Have to have alone time in order to charge themselves and keep their creativity at peak. And that made so much sense to me.
How'd you learn that? Or like what made you realize that?
I was reading a bunch of articles.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been nerding out a lot lately and reading a lot of articles about business and psychology and all kinds of things. So that was one of the things that I learned. And I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. And it should make sense to you too, Victoria, because you love to be alone.
I love to be alone.
And you're creative too.
No one likes to leave me alone, though.
Oh, tough problem. I'm Victoria. Everybody loves me.
Okay, I don't mean it like that. But, like, I feel like since I'm so young, if I am alone, I'm going to miss out on things or have, like, FOMO from this or that. But then it's like, damn, all I want to do half the time is literally just, like, be by myself and not be bothered.
Yeah, it's a fine line to walk because when I was your age, Victoria...
How fun was that to say?
I hate it. I hated every minute of it. But I'm wise. I did everything. You know, I didn't have FOMO, but I wasn't always wholly in the moment.
What does that mean?
Like, if I was tired, I'd still force myself to go, but I don't think I experienced things to the full extent that I could have if I had only gone to things that I had energy for.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So It's like, I don't know.
I feel like I never regret going somewhere, but I also, like, if I'm not having a great time, I will think I'll be in my head the whole time about how I could be doing this or I could be doing that or how fun would it be to just go home and watch The Notebook or
maybe it's just about learning how to say I gotta go. It's like
then,
learning how to say no and then thanks for having me or this was fun, I gotta go, because I do that now too.
Oh.
But I value my sleep and my alone time, but I also enjoy being with people too. It's not that that's different, but anyway, but you do like finding time for yourself.
Yeah.
So
I was just waiting to see how long we'd have the silence.
You're so awkward.
I know.
This is why you need to be alone. No, I'm just kidding. But didn't you get back on the apps too for a second?
I did, but then I watched a movie the other day. This is not a reason to not be on the apps, but it was called something, no, Because I Told You So. It's an older movie, like in 2008, I believe it came out with like Diane Keaton.
Yeah, and Mandy Moore.
Oh my gosh, love that movie.
And Lorelai Gilmore.
Yes.
I don't know her real name.
Lauren Graham, I think.
Oh.
I love Gilmore Girls first off. I'm on season 2.
Mm-hmm.
But, like they didn't have dating apps back then and they managed to do it. Why do we, like, I don't like the idea of, you mentioned it the other day, how you see someone and you're very...
Shallow.
Shallow?
I feel like I'm shallow because if I'm not attracted to the photo,
Yeah.
I'm going to swipe on you. But in reality, if you're super cool and swaggy, that doesn't really matter what you look like.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was telling Sydney the other day, my roommate. We were talking about, I think this guy that he's an actor somewhere, whatever. I said that I had a crush on him because, like, he's really cute. And she's like, Victoria, she goes, I can never tell your type. You have so many different, like, people that you just say are cute, and it's the most random thing.
Good.
And I was like, do I actually? And she's like, yeah, like, you can tell me you have a type, but then you say someone completely, like, opposite, you are just the most attracted to. And I was like, well, it's because, like, their personality, like, the way they act, the way if they can make you laugh, if they can make you smile, like, that sort of stuff. And you can't find that on a dating app. Like, granted, I can't find that, like, watching an interview.
So, like, you could actually have a type. It's just not a physical type. Because I don't have a physical type either, but I have a type.
Yeah.
Swaggy and unavailable.
What's swaggy?
Like, I don't know. Like, you can be nerdy and swaggy. It's not just like you got drip and like your sneakers and all that kind of stuff. Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Gabby, you're in here. You know what swaggy is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What does it mean?
Gosh, what's the definition of swaggy? Swaggy is somebody that's got confidence and their own attitude, personality that comes out through their actions and their words. Not mean or anything like that. It's just their own way. Like, I'm swaggy.
So, I was going to say, give me an example.
Justin Bieber is swaggy. Why was he the first person that I thought of?
I didn't want to ask.
His swag is not necessarily, the kind that's hot. But everybody can have their own swag. It's like their own
confidence,
style,
or...
confidence, identity. I'm going to look up the actual definition of swag just to see what...
Swag or swaggy?
Well, swag... All right, swaggy. Definition.
This should be interesting.
It should. Okay. The definition of swaggy is having or displaying a very confident attitude or manner. His swaggy attitude is the driving force behind the team chemistry. Yeah, man, that's it, though. It's that confident attitude and the way about you, the way you walk. Like, I always talk about Derek Jeter, who played for the Yankees, right? Shortstop. He's retired now. You don't know who he is, whatever. He was always, still is, my number one. And he walks with so much swag. He just used to walk up to that plate to get that bat and make that swing. And the swag is just what had me from like the get. And then I saw this guy in the gym, not even cute, walked exactly like Derek Jeter. And I literally lost my mind.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
So that's my type.
Yeah.
You know, swaggy and unavailable. So, you know, yours, you might have a type. It's just not physical.
Not physical. That makes more sense.
Right?
But you have to meet them to find that, which is annoying because, like, I don't know. I feel like being an adult isn't as fun going out and meeting people because it's like half the time it's like now I have to ask the question of like, oh, so like, what do you do? It's not, oh, what grade are you in? Or like, what, like, who do you have? Or like, now it's like, what do you do for work?
See, for me, it's like, are you married? Are you sure? Is there anybody that thinks that you're in a relationship with them? Are you separated or divorced? How many kids do you have? Okay. Like, and I'm all in on kids. It's cool. But these are different kinds of questions.
Oof.
Like, I matched with one guy, and I just unmatched with him last night because I got scared. Yeah, because I was like...
What are you scared of?
So the thing that got me on him was he said he goes crazy for a girl that wears hoop earrings and braids. And I just laughed at that because I was like, I live in hoop earrings. I have every size of hoop earrings and style of hoop earrings you can imagine. I live in them. And there's one picture on my profile with me in braids. And so he, you know, we matched and he commented back. And then last night I opened up the app and he sent me another message before I even responded to the first one. And he's like, oh, we're neighbors. I just realized we live in the same neighborhood. And I got really scared. And so I unmatched. And
wait, how would he know that?
I think that it says my location. I think I have to turn my location off.
He can see like what, like exactly which house is yours?
I don't think exactly what house, but I think he can see like the general area of where I am. And I think it says on my profile like where I am.
Oh, okay.
Like it says Kirkland.
Yeah.
You know, but like more specifically my neighborhood.
So does he mean like y'all are neighbors in the same neighborhood or like Kirkland area or just
specific part of Kirkland?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't like worried that he was going to come and like hunt me down or anything.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this means like if he asks me out, I don't really have a good excuse to say no, and I'm going to say no. So
wait, that's funny though. I can't imagine like what he's thinking. Like, wow, I just told her that we're neighbors, and then she unmatched.
I know. It's really, I know it's hard for all of us, and I'm sorry. It's not personal. I just, you know, I got scared. And then I matched with another guy that I thought was kind of cute. And then I unmatched with him too really quickly.
Why?
Because I changed my mind.
Why don't you just not say, like, don't reply? Why do you have to unmatch?
Because then I don't keep getting messages, because they'll keep sending you messages until you unmatch with them.
That's smart.
Because I'm on Hinge. This is on Hinge.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Hinge is a funny place because I love reading everybody's prompts, and I've got some really good highs. I'm just going to say this to you. Since clearly I look like a transsexual, these aren't true, but some guy said that he goes, do you have a nickname or can I just call you gorgeous?
Aww.
Another one said, if you were a dinosaur, you'd be a gorgeosaurus. And then my new favorite is, so wait, you're a 10 on a dating app. Oh shoot, hold on, let me read the screenshot because I'm just gonna mess it up if I try to do it from memory. Okay, this one says, you're at 10 but on a dating app. Can we start by unpacking that first? Hi, I'm your new therapist.
What? That's kind of interesting.
I mean, it's cute. I started saving the little things because I thought it was cute that they're like trying, and it's definitely always makes me feel good, and that's really messed up to be a person like, what does that say about me that goes on these apps just to get validated with hearts? Because it's not even real. These people don't know me.
Yeah, but that's why I kind of like it just for the fun. Like I like to, but that's bad though because I'll go on dates, but I don't really see myself like actually going out with any of these people. But I think it's fun seeing, like, what little prompts they have to come up with.
I
like,
think
one
it
guy
is, too.
was like, oh, my gosh, where have you been all my life? Like, you're so gorgeous. And I think I was drunk when I was messaging him. I was like, oh, my gosh, like, the Rock, like, next to the QFC, like, over there in Ballard. He's like, oh, my gosh, like, which one? Like, he kept going with it. I just wanted to see where he'd go with it. He's like, oh my gosh, you want this one or that one? And I was like, that one, obviously. Like, you haven't been looking very hard if you're like walking around there. And he's like, I don't know. It's just funny.
It is funny. And then there's these people out here taking it really seriously, which I should be too. Trying to meet people for real, which I should be too. But I just, it's just too awkward of a way to communicate for me.
Yeah, I don't love it.
I'm going to keep going with it. I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer and see what happens. Maybe I won't get scared and unmatched with people, but
maybe just like at least one of them keep going and see how, that sounds bad, but see how like far you'll go with it.
My mom says date him until you hate him.
Yeah.
So I was like, but I hate him. And then I
know if that's
I know. But
I thought you were going to get a matchmaker.
We talked about that. And then one of my friends is trying to hook me up with a guy right now who apparently knows who I am and likes me.
Okay.
Like, or is interested. Liking is, he doesn't know me. So is interested. He's cute. I'm open. But she said he's got to work up the courage to ask me out.
Aww.
So the guy, I guess, is going to start following me and then send me a message. Or he won't.
But
I don't know.
That's cute. And that's like set up by your friends. Like, I feel like that's how it used to be. And like how...
I like it that way, too. I do. So we'll see if that ever happens, but the ones that you don't want to shoot their shot, shoot. And the ones that you want to shoot their shot,
don't shoot.
But I can't, you gotta have somebody that's a shooter. I'm a straight shooter. Trust me. I will tell you if I like you or not. And then
or you show and match you. One or the other.
Well, I got scared. Anyways, we'll keep you updated on those adventures. If you've got any great stories to share from your dating adventures, please let us know. You can always slide in the DM at Classy Chaos Pod because this is something we should all be sharing with each other. I always say this, dating is a group activity.
Huh?
So if you're single out there, you know what that means. The support and hearing others' issues and just, making it kind of a fun thing for us to share with each other. Otherwise, you want to pull your hair out.
Wait, have you ever gone to one of like your friends' parties and it's one of those parties where everyone brings a date?
Nobody's ever done that.
What, seriously?
No. Have your friends done that?
Yeah, in college. It's like everyone bring like a random Hinge date. Like you're all single and it's like everyone is with someone they've never met.
That's
so funny.
That's actually a cool idea. I don't have that many single friends.
Oh.
Have you?
We can... Double date! And we bring Hinge dates.
That would be a really funny experiment for the air.
Me and Sydney almost did it, but then I think her guy canceled.
Well, she has a boyfriend.
Well, now she has a boyfriend, but when she didn't have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
But we should do that because I think that'd be fun.
That would be so funny.
Because it's like none of us have actually ever met our guys. We're trying to talk to him, but also...
If we just do it together, then it's a group date and then it works out.
Exactly.
Nice.
And then we each tell them like, oh, hey, like... I mean, I just like... I'm straight out of it, like, hey, like I have to go to like this dinner, would you want to come with me, like it could be fun. And usually they're like, oh my gosh, yes, like I'd love to be invited to something.
I think people would be down for that. All right, so we're gonna work on our group date. No promises though, because we just haven't been fulfilling those lately, but it is on the agenda and in the air. Before we wrap this episode, because we have to get out of the studio, Victoria does have a question.
I do.
About a birthday gift that you want to give to your friend, which I think is not really cool, but it's cool.
You don't think it's a cool gift?
Cool is the wrong word. I think it is cool. I just feel like she's not going to use it.
Well, you can't do much with it.
Okay, so let's tell everybody.
Okay, so one of my best friends, it was her birthday, and I didn't forget her birthday. I literally remembered all day that it was her birthday. But we were in the studio, we were working, and I was like, I don't want to text her, I want to call her. So then I'll call her after work. But then right after work, I took my ADHD medication, and I was really in the zone. And I thought about it in the middle, and I was like, I can't call her now because I can't really focus on that. And I don't want to text her, so I'll call her after work. I went home and I passed out, and I feel like a complete a-hole. But regardless, I was like, what can I get her that says, like, I'm sorry, but it's also really cute? And my thought was to get her a Build-A-Bear.
Which is cute.
And I would leave a little message.
Which is cute.
Or really stupid.
But it's I just don't know what she'll do with it. Like, it's a cute gesture.
She'll keep it. It's like if your boyfriend gets you a cute little teddy bear.
But when it's your boyfriend, it's like different.
Well, yeah, but I'm her best friend.
Does she get to sleep with the teddy bear?
She can. Nina, I miss my best friend.
Okay.
I'm thinking about getting all of them little bears, but I don't think any of them would do anything with it.
You know what? I shouldn't really poo-poo on this that much because I know what it's like to live away from your best friends. And if you had something that had their voice on it that was just a little reminder that they love you and your butt is cute every day.
It would be nice.
Yeah, but it has to be something specific to them.
Oh, well, obviously. I wanted to get like a Joe Bros hoodie for it. Or Taylor Swift.
I was thinking about something to say on it. Like, it would be like, remember the time when we braided each other's hair? No, it's just going to have a Joe Bro hoodie. I don't know.
No, he's going to be a little Joe Bro. Or it can be a T Swifty. I found a little, like, a onesie on T Swift. I found a little baby onesie online. I'm thinking of ordering it. I can send them both to her house, and then she can put the little Taylor Swift Eras Tour hoodie.
It's thoughtful and it's cute. I just, it's just going to sit there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would she like a spa day or like...
Oh.
I don't know. Sunglasses or I don't know.
I guess, but that doesn't sound as personal.
This is definitely personal.
Like, it sounds more just like materialistic things. And I know and then I was texting her boyfriend the other day, like asking what her address is and if he has any ideas. He's like, Victoria, look, I know, like, I told him, I was like, dude, I f***ed up. I'm so sorry. Like, I feel really bad. And he's like, shit happens. Like, we're busy. We have work. He's like, but she has been saying a lot, like, she really misses you. She loves you and she wants to see you. And I was like, dude, same.
Yeah.
And so I want to get her something that's not just materialistic, but more like from the heart.
Well, the Build-A-Bear will be speaking straight from your heart. You should get a onesie that has a picture of the two of you on it.
Wait, that's so cute.
You can do that and then put it on the bear. Okay, that's cute.
Thank you. I'll take it.
If I did that for any of my friends, they'd be like, Nina, why can't you just call me?
Because we don't have time.
I know. And they're the ones that have kids telling me, why don't you just call me? You can't answer the phone either. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week. That's it for now on Classy Chaos. We covered a lot of things, and this mean text message is still staring right at my face. Can I respond to that? What would I even say?
I mean, I always planned to respond to it once I figured out what it was. But I was just going to be like, well, that's not, I figured it wasn't nice.
Well, you could also go, jokes on you. People have tried to kidnap me 3 times.
You?
Well, one time for real, but
dear God,
that's different. Bad stories for another day. I got drugged and tied up and all this really crazy stuff. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, that happened.
Tied up?
Yeah.
Like, not in like a hot sexual way?
Not in a hot sexual way.
Nina.
I know. That was a long time ago. I was like 15.
What
but anyways,
the
and as my mother listens to this, she pulls her hair out. She doesn't know. Anyway, Classy Chaos is a wrap for now. We'll get to these stories later. In the meantime, please be nice to people. Spread kind words because it goes a long way.
Go get them a Build-A-Bear.
That's what you got to do. You know what, though? That embodies love, so I'm here for it. Until next time, stay chaotic.
But keep it classy. Why is it every time when Ashley's not here, you do it so well?
Why do you have to say it every time? Let's just not draw attention to it.
Because.
I nailed it.